Good morning, Beeville. This is Cindy Clark with PAC-B TV, and we're here this morning with Kat Bombard. She's the fitness queen of Central New York.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi there. Good morning.
Good morning, Baldwinsville.
And what we're going to do this morning is Kat is going to run us through how long she's been involved in exercising,
Sure.
The importance of exercise, how long she's been doing this. Just give us some background because she's pretty much an expert on all of this. And then we're going to have her do some exercises to show you what different exercises do for different parts of your body. So, okay, now we'll start.
Okay.
Now, Kat, how long have you been doing this? Let's go right from the beginning here.
Okay, a really long time. I started, well, as a child, I was in gymnastics and cheerleading and dance class. So I was very active. I was lucky, you know, my parents had me very active and I was in good schools. So I was very active all throughout my childhood with different fitness activities. And then I became a young mother, and really no matter what age you become a mother, most of the time you're really struggling you have to watch your finances. So as a young mother, no longer in school and fitness activities, you know, teams and whatnot, I got involved in gym classes, just attending, going to the gym, but I couldn't afford to pay the gym memberships. So the best way to get free gym memberships is to learn to teach the classes.
Right.
So anyways, that is how I kind of got involved in teaching the classes and, you know, getting the different certifications. So that's really how it started. I was very young. I was probably 19, 20 years old. I was very young when I started out. I started out actually not in Zumba, which I know is where we met. I started out in cardio box because that was my favorite class to take. So that's where I started, and everything just spirals once you're in the world, like many worlds. Once you're in the world, you know, you start to branch out into all the avenues that you can take in that world.
So then you were teaching classes. You started teaching, like, was it the cardio kickboxing type stuff?
I started teaching cardio kickboxing, and then that branches out into weight training classes, like body sculpt type classes. I taught step aerobics, I taught aqua aerobics, I taught stretch classes, bar fitness classes. I taught some like jazzercise type classes before Zumba was even a thing, just like dance fitness type classes. All kinds of classes, you know, like everything, the fitness world has things that become hot, you know, so like we did Pound. You and I did it together, right?
Right.
I taught Pound. You liked it. You came. We all loved it. It became hot for a while. That seems to have simmered down here for us. I think it's still big in other places. But Zumba took off. Gosh, I've been doing Zumba now since, I believe, 2007 or 8. 7 maybe?
I think it's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
I've been doing it for like almost 15 years.
Right.
So it's been around
maybe
before then.
2005 or 6. I started very quick. As soon as it came to Central New York, I got my Zumba license and started teaching Zumba classes, and it became very hot right out of the gate. The thing about Zumba is it's still very hot.
Yes,
it just
is.
never shook. It's exercise in disguise is the way.
Well, it's a great
They've
class.
always-
It kind of covers about everything in your body. The music is dynamite.
Yeah.
And you get that feeling. You get the closeness of the people that you work out with. Zumba.
It's community.
It is.
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
social
It's very
as much
important.
as it is
the
physical.
socialization.
Yeah.
Now you have to with all these classes that you teach. Do you have to become like certified and everything too?
Yes. There's differences class to class. So a broad certification for fitness, like a nationally accredited certification, would be like an AFA or an ACE, and that covers all fitness classes pretty much to teach in group settings. Now there's, like everything, it's complex. There's lots of different options. Like you could get your personal training certification for if you're one-on-one or even small groups, right? Personal training. There's group fitness, which covers most of our classes because we're working with groups. Once you have that, that's kind of like your base. That's your foundation. Then if you want to go off into specialty classes, like Zumba is a specialty class, Pound with the drumsticks, that's a specialty class. Bar, they have some specialty formats like Pure Bar and stuff like that. Bar fitness in and of itself could fall under nationally accredited, just your ACE, your AFA, your fitness, your group fitness. But then you go and you take specified trainings like specific to that class and you get a license.
Now, where do you train? Do they have something local, or you have to go elsewhere to get your certifications?
Both.
Oh, okay.
I mean, nowadays everything's available online. But back when I was first starting out, like I lived out west early on. So I went to San Francisco, but I didn't live there. I had to travel to get my very first, you never forget, your very first AFA training. And you have to test out. That's a bigger deal than some of the day-long certifications to get a license. Probably because you have to already be, nationally certified. So you have some sort of base of education. So yeah, I mean, you can travel. They'll bring trainings to different gyms, clubs, sometimes just community centers where you can search them out online, attend, or you can go online and do many of them.
Now, can you say, if you wanted to move somewhere, can you take your certifications with you, or do you have to get recertified?
No, it's yours. It goes with you.
It's nationwide.
Yeah, it's
okay.
nationwide.
Okay. So once you have the certification, you're good to go.
Yes, once you have the certification, you're good to go. But like most things, you have to continue to educate yourself and continue to recertify.
Right.
So your certifications are generally 2 years, sometimes 1 year. It depends. But you continue to get your CECs. You continue to take little mini education classes, whether it be online or in person, and recertify.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Because the new things are coming
everything
all the
evolves.
time. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does. So you've been in the exercise world pretty much your whole life.
Pretty much my whole life.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we bring us up to here, and what you're doing to continue with the exercise. Now you're teaching still.
Yes.
You've been teaching for most of that time, right?
For all of that time.
For all that time.
Yeah.
You've been teaching, and now we're here. Now I'd like to have Kat let us know, because she's been so involved for so many years, discuss the importance and the positives of exercise. I know from myself what it's done for me, but she's been around for doing this for many years, and she's going to let us know the positives, the importance of exercise through years of this, through COVID up to now. So there you go.
Okay. The importance of exercise and fitness is so much bigger than we can even talk about in a short segment. Fitness and exercise affect us as human beings, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally. They strengthen our immune system. They strengthen our bone structure. They strengthen our mood, our emotional state, our mental state. They allow us to focus. They allow us to feel good. They allow us to beat disease. It just really gets everything moving. I mean,
and the endorphins, don't they talk about the endorphins too?
You create endorphins, you create serotonin, which is that feel-good drug that your own body creates. So you make that, your body makes that when you're moving, when you're exercising. And that's why sometimes, like even me, this is what I do. This is who I am, is fitness and exercise. And most days, I could think of 100 other things when it's time to get ready to go to the gym and teach a class. And I think, oh, gosh, I should be doing this. I need to still do this, but I have to stop and get ready and go. And then once I'm there and I start moving, I can't imagine not doing it. Like, I can't even imagine. And then when I'm done, I feel just so much better, almost like relieved. And I've spoken to a lot of people and they feel the same way, and that's because it's chemical.
It is, and you can feel it when you're done with it. You get this, like she said, with the endorphins, serotonins, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's almost a high. It's the exercise, it's the camaraderie with everybody else, the laughter, the music, the moving, and you're not just sitting there with a remote control with the television.
Right.
You're actually doing something for yourself.
Correct.
And it's a real singular thing as far as that, because it's about you.
Yeah.
It's about you and making you feel better.
Yeah, your
Yes,
own
it
body.
does.
It's your health. It's your well-being. It's all of your well-being.
Well, I
All of
know
it.
when COVID came, of course, everybody out there knows what everybody went through during COVID. All of a sudden, everything shut down. This becomes a way of life.
Yeah.
Kat's right there. It's like a way of life, and it's a socialization. And all of a sudden, we can't go to the gym anymore.
Right.
What are we gonna do? Well, bless your heart, Kat used Facebook to do. Remember, we used to get shut off.
Yeah.
We do it. You could do it just for a certain amount of
Copyright,
time, and the copywriting, and you have to be careful with the music. So here we are at home on our blankets or mats, and I don't have any weights at home, so we're using. She says use soup cans or whatever,
Yeah.
to keep us going. But we did that it started out like in March.
Right, it
So we
started
did
right
that
away.
Right away.
Yeah.
So we were doing that in house. Then we went to the parks.
Yeah, we used outdoor open air facilities.
Yep,
which
and
was-
even kept our distance.
Yeah, kept our distance there. Still able to exercise, still able to maintain our fitness. Nice thing about that was we could also maintain some normalcy and some socialization.
Which is so important.
Yeah, it was so important. I mean, so many people, and think about it. We all know somebody, you know somebody that is still struggling from the isolation of the shutdowns and COVID. We all know somebody, and it might even be you. You might not only know somebody, you might be struggling. And I believe truly that what we did as a group, there was a lot of us. It wasn't just the two of us. There was quite a few of us.
Yes, there were.
And we just kept going. We never stopped. And we did gather safely in outdoor airspace, social distance. And it really helped. I never struggled with the isolation. Not that it was fun. I didn't like it. However, because we made it happen, we found a way to make a priority of our health. We didn't struggle as bad as some.
It was very, very good, because I was just starting to feel some of the isolation, and then the weather got better, so Kat reached out to all of us. Let's get together. Let's go to the parks.
Yeah.
We went to different parks.
Yeah. Anywhere we could.
Anywhere
Yeah.
we could get going. And like she said, we did it very, very safely. We kept our distance. We had the music. We had the socialization.
I did things in my driveway.
Yep.
Yeah.
We did it in your
I was
driveway.
very popular in the neighborhood.
With the music blaring, the salsa music blaring.
Yeah.
She used to do the online in her garage. She set it up so she could do it in the garage. We did the garage.
Yeah.
We did it all.
Garage
we did it all.
workouts.
We survived. But the importance of the exercise.
Movement is life.
It is. It is.
In all aspects, yeah.
And at the risk of sounding redundant, and I'm not preaching, and Kat's not preaching, but the importance of exercise, for those of you that are involved, you get it, you understand, and that's what it's. And if you're not involved, get involved, particularly as you get
what do
older.
you have to lose?
Nothing.
By trying
nothing.
it,
And it works. I'm a senior citizen. And I couldn't imagine not exercising on a regular basis. I need it for the emotion, for physical, everything, for your health. And people that went through COVID with the exercise, I believe that helped some people not get it.
Yeah, not get it or beat it.
Or beat it.
I had COVID multiple times, and I have some respiratory issues myself from an illness that I had quite a while ago, and I never got sick with COVID.
See that the exercise really does help.
Yeah.
Now we'll go back. She's talking about some health issues. Kat wound up in the hospital with. It was a pneumonia, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, here's a funny thing. It started out with strep throat. And I just wasn't getting better. I kept going to the doctors, and they kept giving me antibiotics, and I wasn't getting better. I was actually going through, it was quite a stressful time in my life, which I believe that to be an attributor of why I wasn't beating it, I wasn't getting better. But anyways, it started out as strep throat and just kept evolving into I wasn't getting better. And they didn't know what was wrong with me. But I finally did end up in the hospital, unable to function. And when they finally did figure out what was wrong with me, it was necrotic bacterial pneumonia. So I have quite a large void in one of my lungs, which you would think would affect me now, still jumping around like a maniac teaching all these classes. But you know what? It doesn't. It doesn't.
You'd never know.
Yeah, my doctor told me that my lung 0.5 is just as strong as most people's 2 healthy lungs. And that is from a life of endurance, exercise. Yeah, working it.
I mean, she's living proof. Actually, I'm thinking as we're talking back from the time that you were in the hospital and talking to other, some of your family members, she was really probably on death's door.
Oh, yeah.
She was on death's door. And because she was in such good shape, here she is today. Yeah. And she was back at the gym in record time, and it didn't slow her down very much, believe me. And she's right back at it. Believe me, she's right back at it. But exercise. Yeah. Exercise. That's the key. Mm-hmm. Keep moving. You haven't got to get nuts with it, but regular exercise. Be loyal, be faithful to yourself, be faithful to your body.
Mm-hmm.
And
you're worth it.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, if you don't look out for you, who's going to?
That's the truth. That's the truth. That's absolutely
It's your job.
truth.
It's your responsibility to take care of yourself. No one's going to do it for you, nor should they.
And so now, that being said, we're going to have Kat show us some exercises and what parts of the body they affect, things that you can do at home. If you don't want to go to a gym, if you're still concerned with being in the closeness of a gym, but you want to do something for yourself and for your body, for your fitness, she's going to show you some various exercises that affect different parts of your body, that help with your lungs, help with your core, this type of thing. So that being said, let's get to it.
Okay. All right. Sure.
All right, we're back again. I'm back with Kat Bombard, and we're going to show you some basics of working out with weights. In the future, we'll hit different segments with cardio, with the Zumba, with modified classes for every age group, physical group, whatever have you. We'll be doing this. We need your feedback, though, as far as if there's anybody that has any suggestions, any types of exercise that you want us to do, we can do it. Anything you want, we can do, and we can do it on a
Pretty much.
We can do it on a regular basis. This is what we'd like to incorporate this into your life.
Yeah.
So you exercise with us. We want to make it fun and relatively easy, but all exercises are not easy, because you'd see no results if everything was easy. But today we're just going to do a little workout with weights.
Not even. We're not even going to do a workout. We're going to do a tiny demo. We don't have a lot of space here, right? So what we are going to do, though, is just kind of talk a little bit about what we will be doing when we actually do some sessions. Today we're going to talk a little bit about what we would do with weights, because it will give you the opportunity to start thinking about what you might use in lieu of having your own weights, or maybe getting some of your own light hand weights to have at your house for when we are doing segments, which will be soon. You can email Cindy and let her know if you do have recommendations, suggestions, things that you want to see, songs that you want to hear even. We'll be doing some video workout sessions out of a studio space where we're going to have a little more room for you.
Right.
Right?
Right. And like Kat said, that we will there is an email that you can send any suggestions, positive, negative feedback.
No
whatever.
negative.
No negative. Okay, good. No negative. All positive.
Keep that to yourself.
All positive. All right. And just let us know, because this is all new, and we want everybody else to have fun. We want you to have fun. We want you to participate. We want you to get healthier. Okay?
We do.
All right. Where do we start here,
Okay,
Kat?
so this is what we're going to do. When we're doing a segment where we're working with weights, we'll call it like a body sculpt exercise session. We'll use light hand weights. So for today, Cindy has 8-pound weights. I have 10-pound weights. Okay.
She's always got to show me up, right? That's okay.
Well, we're not going to be negative though.
That's right, we're not negative.
But
Okay,
I
okay.
do most of the time have to show her up anyways.
she does.
Okay. When we're working with our weights, we'll talk a lot about form and things that I want you to do at home or even if you're in class with us to protect your body from injury and also to get the most effective use of your time, right? To get the biggest bang out of your buck. First thing is thinking, right? When we work with our weights, to be honest with you, your most powerful tool is your mind. When you focus on the muscles you're working, you are working them so much more effective than if you're just throwing your weight around. So at home now, I want you to do this. Make a fist, and with your mind, focus on your bicep, right? I want you to just think about it. And now straighten out your arm. Now you have no weight, right? You just have your fist and your mind thinking about your bicep. Nice and slow, squeeze your bicep and do a curl, right? Squeeze it. And now squeeze it all the way down, resist it, like you don't want to let it come down. And now do it again. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Do you feel that?
I can feel it.
Yeah, so that's the kind of stuff we talk about in class. We talk about focusing on the muscle groups that we're working, isolating them to make sure that what we're doing, we're being effective. Okay, so when we're working our biceps, for instance, I'll say, let's focus on our biceps. Let's put all the work in our biceps. And we might lift up these weights nice and slow, squeezing our biceps and resisting it all the way down, squeezing our biceps. We'll use all kinds of different tempos, right? We might start real slow, warm those muscles up, and we might go a little faster. We might come up and back down. We might come up and back down. Then we might go faster. We might come up and down.
Whose idea
Up
was this?
and down, up. So we'll go through all kinds of different tempos. Okay, so that's biceps. We're just gonna give you a little bit of an idea. We'll do the same thing like working our triceps, the back part of your arm, right? If we hike up that weight right to our hip, we're gonna engage our tricep. We're gonna squeeze it, we're gonna keep it squeezed, we're gonna straighten our arm, right? Straighten your arm, focusing right here on your tricep, and then bending it. And if you're thinking about it, if you're focusing on that muscle, you're really working it, right? So we'll do all kinds of things with our different weight and sometimes just our body weight to work our muscles. So if we're working our lower body, we can do squats, we can do lunges, all kinds of things we can do. We can use our weights or not. We can use our body because if you get into a squat position, right, like you're gonna sit in a chair, but don't sit in a chair because there's nothing behind you. But if you're thinking about engaging your glutes, your butt area, your hamstrings, the back part of your legs, the front part of your legs, you're really focusing on putting all of your weight there, keeping your belly nice and tight, and you're moving down and up, right? Whether you have weights, maybe up here or just in front of you or not, you're gonna work your lower body. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Are you working?
I can feel it.
Even
I can definitely feel it.
Yeah, and that 10 seconds of work, because we're focusing
Right.
on it, it's working.
She's absolutely right.
Yeah. So what we'd like to do is start bringing into your home, where you can join us, some little sessions, some little fitness sessions, all kinds. We'll do weight sessions. We'll do Zumba sessions. I mean, who knows what we'll do.
Whatever, if we're looking for suggestions, if somebody wants a particular type of exercise or to work on a particular area of your body, just let us know, and Kat can do that.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
if I can't, I'll find someone that can.
yeah. So don't be afraid, don't be shy. Email us, and Brian will put the email address up on this video so you can let us know, because that's how we find out. Like Kat said, we want to do some smaller exercise segments depending on what people want. If you want a particular area of your body, then that's what we'll work on, or she'll work on. I
Well,
won't
you'll
always
work too.
Oh yeah,
You'll work
I
too.
knew that
Yeah.
was coming. I knew that was coming.
If I'm working,
Yeah,
she's working.
well, that's all right. But that's okay, because she pushes you, and you realize what you really can do. What you go, I can't do that. Well, don't say I
Yes, you
can't,
can.
because you can. Look, I'm a senior citizen. I can do it. You can do it. Anybody can do it. Use this, and you have to be dedicated. You have to say, I have to do this for myself, and do it, and you can.
Yeah.
Are we going to do any more of these, or we just?
I think that we'll wait.
we're all
You know,
set?
we'll
We'll
wait till we have a little space.
Okay.
Wait till our audience at home can join us, be with us, be prepared, have a little equipment to work with. We'll put together some Zumba songs for you too for our next segment. Show you that. So when we have a little space to move on, I think today was good to just talk to our friends in Beef.
Right, right. We all want to work together for everybody to get healthy and happy. Maybe it sounds a little hokey, but it's true, because when your body's healthy, you're happy, and so is everybody else.
You see, though, it's a little addictive because we did 10 seconds and now she wants to do more. Well,
I know.
Are we going to do more, she says?
No, it's right, because it's such a feel-good thing, and I speak from experience, and I know Kat does because she's doing a lot longer than me, but when you work out, it's just such a feel-good thing. You go, well, now I can go and have a big lunch because I worked out. But it's all a mind thing. And if you get your mind in a place where you know how important the exercise is and how much better you feel, and you really do feel better, then you will do it. You'll look better. You'll live longer probably just because your body and mind are in a better position.
And you know what? Don't take our word for it. Just join us.
Do it.
We'll
Come
show
on
you.
out. Do
We'll
it, and whatever you want to do, we can do.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Just let us know from the email site on there. Just let us know, and whatever we can make happen, we will make happen for all of you.
Very good.
Okay, thanks, Kat.
See
I
you
appreciate
soon.
it. Bye.